are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing well. Everyone, how are you doing? Alright, so today we are going to have another giveaway. Who feels like doing a giveaway? Because I feel like doing a giveaway. Hello. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing a giveaway because we got to over 12,000 members in my free group, the Everyday Craft Dreamers. So yay! So we're going to have a little giveaway because you know I like giveaways. So this is what's going to be in the giveaway. It's going to have 7 signs, so that one. That one. Look at the snowman. A thankful sign. A scarecrow guy. A Christmas one. And one of the hope, believe signs. So that's the signs. And then these 2 mesh, which go with either the scarecrow or any of the fall signs. And then 2 of the Splatter AC More mesh. A blue one and a pink one. And this adorable kit. It's a turkey kit. Isn't that cute? I love it. I love it. I love it. I actually have some of the faces on my Etsy shop if you want to go look at them. But this is actually for giveaway. So all you have to do is put win in the comments and it will send you a link. And I'll put these over here. So it's going to send you a link to join the contest. And tonight we are going to be doing black, white, red, and green. See, look at this. Isn't this adorable? I love this sign. So this was a 3-pack. I'm giving away 1. And we're going to use 1 tonight. Because I love these. These are just fun. So I moved my camera. Can you tell that I moved my camera? So I moved it right in front of my table so that you can kind of see a little better. So when I zoom in a little bit, you'll be able to see a little bit better. And I have some very exciting news. So after much prayer, I have decided that I am actually going to open a design group. So there is a link in the giveaway, and Mari also has a link. So, and there is a combo if you wanted to do that group and the coaching group. But I have already cut all these. So this is going to be our ruffles. It's going to be 20 inches. We're going to do poof method here. And I cut some of that awesome splatter mesh. So this is just cut 10 by 10. A tour of my craft room. I will have to do that. I've done a few, but I have changed some things in here since then. I actually mounted my camera on the wall, and I'm going to tell you, if you're like me and you have a small space, which most of us do, then it's a really great idea to go vertical and to use your wall space. So I will definitely do an updated tour. So I did use my Perfect Tails to cut my ribbon. And I'll show you the ribbon. So the great thing is, 2 of these ribbons came from Sam's. So these 2 came from Sam's. Isn't that cute? And perfect for this sign. And then these 2 came from Sam's, but I believe you can get the same thing from Craft Outlet. So I've cut all of them except for 1. You know, I always like to cut 1. Alright. So this board is 14 inches long. So if I just go down at one time, that is a 14-inch ribbon tail. If I go all the way around and cut it, then cut it here, then I get 2. It is a time saver for sure. And someone asked me the other day if I still use my cardboard, and the answer is yes, I do. It depends on what I'm doing, but I do still use it. If I only have a few to cut, I will grab my cardboard. If I have several to cut, I grab my perfect tails. Just because it's a lot faster to do it around and around in one go. They are typing win because I am giving some supplies away. So make sure you type win. Alright, so tonight we are going to be doing the poof method with this awesome mesh. Isn't this pretty? I love this. And we're going to use the 4 ribbons I showed you. And see how well this matches this sign? Isn't that cute? Alright, so what we're going to do is I am going to zoom in a little bit so you can see a little better. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks good. It's hard for me to tell from my perspective. Is that better? Can you see it? Hi, how are you? Okay. Look at our little embellishments we have. Oh, look at these. They have little, like, stuff around, little, like, snow stuff around the rim. It's so cute. And then, of course, red and green balls. I wish I could find black and white, but I wasn't able to find it. That's a thought for another day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open all my ties up on the bottom. Okay. And Bella is in here, sacked out. One of these days, I have to do a video of her running back and forth in front of the fence with the dog next door, so you'll see why she's always like this when I come in here to craft. She is such a character. Hi, Mama. Okay, so we're going to take a couple of zip ties out. What we're going to do is we're going to scrunch it up at the end to get it started. Now, I like to start on the bottom, but you don't have to. You can start on the top if you're more comfortable with that. And I like to start right before a tie. And I will use my zip tie and tie it down. It really just helps secure it a little more. You wouldn't want it to come loose later. So, this wreath base came from Sims Pottery, but you can get them in a lot of places. They have these same ones in Carolina Pottery, Deco Exchange has them, Trendy Tree has them, Craft Outlet has them, the Reshop has them. So, oh, and for those that bought the kit, the first Christmas kit, we'll probably be doing that on Wednesday. And the one that is in the store now will probably be maybe next Sunday. Alright, so I have it tied down. So I'm just going to, now I don't measure, I'm just not a measurer, but if you need to measure, by all means, measure. I'm doing 10 inches. I just go 1, 2, 3, and that's 10 inches. So you see, there's my board. It's just because I've been doing it a long time. So don't worry if you do 1, 2, 3 and you don't get 10 inches. You can measure. It's not going to hurt anything. Then I just pull it out. It just works better for me. The win is because I am giving away some wreath supplies. So if you put win in the comments, then you will get a message from my bot with instructions on how you can get the link. Oh, Poppy. Okay. Awesome! I'm so glad it works for you too. It just is. I just got really tired of measuring all the time, and I'd been doing it so long that it didn't really seem to make a difference. Hi, how are you? After I get the bottom done, I'll show you what's in the giveaway for the new people. Now, you can also do your poofs at 12 inches. It just really depends on what you like. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Scared me for a second there. My computer frizzed out for a second. Okay. Alright. So we'll just keep going. Alright, one left. Okay. So now you see, this is why I always start it before a tie. So when I tie it down, you cannot tell where it started and where it stopped. You see? So that's why I do that. Then I like to go ahead and open up my ties up here. It just saves you a little time when you're trying to do it so you don't get stuck. There we go. Then I just take the piece from the bottom. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can cut it off and just tie it down, or the sign came from Deco Exchange actually, and you can just pull it to the top, and I like to go just like I do on the bottom, right before a tie, and I tie it down just to keep it secure. Yeah, I don't know what that was. It kind of frizzed out for a second there. No telling. Okay, so it's right before a tie, and so we'll get started. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Believe I got this mesh at Sims Pottery. You can also get it in the 10-inch. I debated whether I was going to use the 10-inch, but I wanted to get all 3 colors in. So, we went with all 3. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just kind of, Lord knows. Lord knows what happened. You know how these cable companies are. They're good, they're bad. Oh keep getting booted? Yeah, there is a lot of material in my workroom, I will just say. But a lot of it is because I've been doing this for a very long time, so I've just kind of grown it over the years. Although, I don't have as much as Damon does. Because, love him, but he is a serious craft hoarder. Okay. So we're almost done. And this is pretty nice thick mesh. That was funny. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. It's probably because I hung my camera upside down and it doesn't like it. But you can't tell because I have it right side up. Sometimes when you have a small space, you have to get creative, right? Okay, so we've gotten all the way around. See how nice and full that is? Oh, and I love it with the red. So I'll just trim it off. There we go. Then I'll take this piece. I'll go around the back and tie it down. I just don't want it sticking out or coming loose. Thank you. Me too. I love this mesh. And I always have to do something with black and white at Christmas because it's just different. I don't know why it doesn't want to stay in the tie. Ah, well, it is working now. Okay. Here we go. For some reason, I couldn't get that tie to click. Who knows? Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Okay. So I cut, we're going to alternate green and red. We'll use our crafty little sign here. So I just put them on my mesh roller and cut 20 inches. Okay, so of course I already have a bunch cut because you know I'm not I'm not about making y'all watch while I cut. Alright, so now what we're going to do is move this over. Put these away. I'll make sure you can see. So I am going to just flatten these out and just take my hands and go right up the center. Just like this. Get my little ruffle. I'm going to start on the bottom and just open up my tie. Wow. Okay. We'll come back to that in a second. Let me put this one down and then I'll fix that. There we go. Now we'll just ruffle it out. Okay. So look, we had a tie come off. So let's just fix that. It happens. Hello, how are you? happens. It's no big deal. We can fix it. There we go. Can you hear my boys in there yelling? They're so funny. Alright. So we're going to alternate. We did the green. Now we're going to do the red. So we're getting all the colors of our sign in here. And I like to spread them out. Now you see I did 20 inches so we could still see some of our mesh. What did I do with those pieces I cut? Oh. Haha. They're right in front of me. So I'm just going to keep alternating. Yeah, it's going to have curls too. Okay. There we go. So we just keep going up. Yes, I will on Wednesday. We will be doing the kit on Wednesday on YouTube. And I'm sure y'all are wondering what happened last week, but my dad got bitten by a dog, and I wanted to be free in case I had to take him somewhere. So he is fine, but you know, he's on blood thinner, so it's not real great when he gets, it's nerve-wracking when he gets hurt. To me it is anyways. Thank you, Ellen. I sell kits that come with everything you need to make a wreath. And then I do a live showing you how to make it, if you choose to follow what I do. Or you can do your own thing. It's up to you. Yes, I agree. And he likes to be independent, so he gets a little stubborn sometimes, which I think independence is important. But, whew, let's turn this off a second. It's getting warm in here. Okay. There we go. Hey! How are you? I haven't seen you in a while, stranger. How's your group going? I think the kit is 42. The one that's there has jute mesh, which is really pretty. I like jute mesh. Okay. Last one on the bottom. Awesome. Glad to hear it. haven't even gotten very far yet. Okay. Alright, so we have the bottom in. Whew. So now we'll do the top. We're going to alternate. So we have red here, we'll do green here. It's not going to be exact because there's more ties on the bottom than there are on the top. But it's okay. I don't know what is going on with Facebook today. It's aggravating. Okay. Thank you. Me too, I love the color. These are just fun colors. Okay. We're getting there. Here we go. So what do y'all like? Do you like super full wreaths or do you like simple wreaths? I like them super full, but I also like some natural type wreaths. They were 10 inches. Full, me too. Haha. I have run out of storage room so many times I can't even begin to tell you. I have now spilled into one of my child's closets because my boys sleep in the same room. And he's never in his room. So, not sure what I'm going to do when he decides he needs to be in there. Oh, yes, I have a storage unit. I probably have maybe 30 wreaths. And I'm working on getting a bunch listed. But that's because this time of year is craft fair time. So I always have a lot during this time of year for shows that I'm going to do. Although I think I've decided this year I will not be doing a show. Just so much going on. Thank you. Yeah, I like it's full. Yeah, so you can always tell my ribbon holder, it is the Ultimate Collapsible Roller. And Mari can pop out a link to you. So you can tell if your wreath is going to be nice and full. If your mesh is kind of thick and heavy, then you're going to have a nice full wreath. If it's not very thick and heavy, if it's kind of thin, you're going to have a thinner wreath. But you can always add in ruffles and curls to make it fuller. And the thicker the mesh is, the bigger the wreath is going to be. Woohoo, we got the ruffles in. See how cute that is? Whew, okay. So, now we have hot. It's hot. Alright, so now we have our ribbons that we cut. So these were all cut at 14 inches. And I have this that was cut at 10. Okay, here we go. That's where that piece went. So I put these two together. Wait a minute. That's right. I put these two together. I knew that looked funny to me. I just take them, fold them in half, pinch them in the center. I'm not going to open my tie. I'm just going to go right down on top of it and tie it one time. And then pull them out. So if you have trouble with your ribbons laying right, fold it over, pinch it in the center, and bend it over like this. And then you can go ahead and start getting a bend in it. So when you put it down, it will lay nice. See? On the bottom, I always pull them forward. It just makes it look a little bit nicer to me. Okay. You know, if you have a storm door, a ribbon wreath is a really great way to have the pretty without the fullness. You could use smaller mesh too. I take all types. The thing is that when you're at like a craft fair, you want to have a variety of different types and you want to have a variety of price ranges. So you can take things like bows. Those always are popular and sell very well. You can make like little angels. I will take mostly Christmas, but I will take some other stuff too. And it depends on when your fair is. If it's like in October, you can get away with Halloween or if it's in September, you can get away with fall and Halloween. But once you start getting past that, you really want to get more towards your holiday, like Christmas. Yeah, those are fun to make. Okay. Very, very fun to make. And they're so easy, too. Okay. Don't you love this little like Harlequin ribbon? I love this stuff. I like it a lot, so I don't use it very often because it's really expensive. But I like it. I like it. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. And I really like the new Sam's ribbon I got this year. If y'all don't go to Sam's and get ribbon, you really should. It's like $8, $7. It's $7 for 50 yards. And that is just an amazing deal. If you don't have a membership, just get a one-day pass and go and get some ribbon. And you just can't beat it. You can use it all year round because they have like colors that are just like basic, like pink and blue, and they have like a navy blue. So there are definitely some things you could use all year round. Like the reds, you can use them at Valentine's and 4th of July. You can use the navy blue. And the 4th of July, you can use those in football wreaths. I mean, it's just a good idea to do it. Alright, so now we're going to go to the top. It depends on what kind of craft fair you go to. So a lot of it depends on the crowd. So if you have a lot of people, then it usually sells pretty well. If you do not, then you're going to be very disappointed and you're going to come home with a lot of things. It really depends on where the fair is, what their spending habits are there, but what you can do is just do a little research on it. So you want to make sure they have a Facebook page, an event set up, that they have pictures from prior years, along with how many people attended. Those are the kinds of things that you want to look for. So I'm pulling these out front because when I put this in, I wouldn't be able to have them going in that direction. Yeah, the weather is a huge factor. Even if you are at an inside craft fair, the turnout will not be good if it's raining or if it's storming. It's just not, it just doesn't go well for anyone. People do not like to go out when it's raining or storming. It's unfortunate, but, and this is not something you can predict. One-day fairs can be tough because they're just the one day, and so if you have something like a weather problem, then that's it. You've spent all that time setting up. But get to know the people that are around you and make sure you talk to them when they're coming by. Very important. You want to make sure you're friendly and approachable. Thank you. Don't you love these colors together? Love it. Okay. Hey, and don't be afraid to manhandle your ribbons because they need it or they won't behave. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, last week was a little bit crazy. Just kind of got a little off kilter last week. So. But luckily one of my soul sisters jumped in and jumped on my page so that y'all didn't have to wait a whole long time. Absolutely, I accept credit card payments. You can use Square. You can, if you have an Etsy, you can actually use Square and Etsy together, or you can just use Square. You can also use PayPal. PayPal has PayPal here. I like Square personally, but you know, it's just kind of, oh, Shopify has one as well. So it kind of depends on what you use now, or if you have one. But if you're going to do it for the first time, make sure you give time for your little swiper to come in. And if you have one of the new iPhones, then you want to make sure that you get one of the adapters. Otherwise, you're going to get there and have a problem. Alright, so we have the basic part done. See how nice and colorful that is? Alright, so now, what I didn't want to lose was the black and white. So once we put the red and green in here, you kind of lose a little bit of the black and white. So we're going to take this. This is just cut at 10 by 10. And we're going to just curl it up like this and put it in. So you can either do it that way, or I'm going to show you a couple other ways. You can take it, meet it in the middle, make a little petal like this, like a bow tie, and put that in like that. Or, so there's several different ways you can do this. Or you can do a ruffle like that. You take that and put that in. See, the reason I like this is because you can still see through it, so you can still see the pretty ribbons, right? You're having problems making poofs? I would try measuring as you go and see if that helps you. Okay, so which one do you like? Curl, petal, or ruffle? Petal? I like the petal too. Yeah, it is listed here. It's always listed in a description on my group. I mean on my page. You like the ruffles? Petal. Can you see it? So that's the petal. So how about we do a combination of ruffle and petal? So we'll take the curl out. So we'll do petals over here, like this. And then we'll do a ruffle over here. No rules in wreath making. So I'm doing every other one. So we did this one, this one. We're going to do this one. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take them and I'm going to do the opposite on the bottom. So we'll do the petal. So we did ruffle here, so we'll do petal here. It just helps spread it throughout. See, I like these. It gives a splash of color without covering up your ribbon. Okay, so we'll do a ruffle. Okay, so we'll do that one here. Thank you. Okay. Just gives it a little something extra. We're always looking for that little something different, aren't we? Okay, so let's do it here. And we'll cut one more. See, this stuff actually goes a long way if you just use it as like a little extra. Okay. And we'll go here. Alright, there we go. turn that hot glue back on. Okay, so that's what it looks like without the sign. Isn't that nice and big? So I have all kinds of fun little stuff to put in it. But let's work on our sign first. The mesh. What did I do with my scissors? Oh, really? They were literally right in front of me. So I'm just going to take this off. I don't need that. And if I can get it out from the staples, I will. If I can't, I'll just leave it. I like to use the staples if I can, but sometimes it's kind of hard to get it out. Because just like economy, you don't have to redo it. I like that. There. See, that wasn't bad. So if you do signs like this, it's really better if you can staple your wire on or your pipe cleaner. But if you can't, then you can use the zip tie cable adhesive mounts. But let's see. So I've got some wire here. So I can just thread it right under there. You see why I just left it? I'm sorry, Bella, are we disturbing your spot? Okay, so I've just got that one tied in right where that wire was, staple was. Thank you. Just stick it in the other side. If it's a little tight, I'll try to pull it with my pliers. If I can reach it. Usually it goes through fine if you go like in a corner. There. Okay. Let's see if we can get it on the other side. It's always the corner. I just have to get enough up so I can tie it off. There we go. Okay. Sure. And move this back. Alright, so all I did was I took this little jute rope stuff out and I just ran wire right through the staples that were already there. Now you can also use these. So these are adhesive backed zip tie cable mounts. And what you can do is you just put like your wire through it. It has little holes right there. And I'm actually going to put a little bit of glue on it so I won't know it won't come off. So I just kind of tap it on my glue here. And I'm going to put a drop on that, and a drop on that, and And then we'll put it in the corner. It just helps if you put a little glue on them, then they're not going to come off. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. And I'm just using, thank you Susie Brown, I am just using pre-cut wire. It's nice and thick, and it just is a little bit easier when you're doing your signs and there's no way that it's going to be seen. So if it's not going to be seen, you can use these nice thick wires. If it's going to be seen, I usually get out my paddle that has on this silver wire because it's really hard to see. But this is a really full wreath, so it's not going to have any trouble. This isn't going to come through. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. So now, we just figure out exactly where we want it. Let's see. Let's go like right here. So I'll just take these wires and I'll just go right down either through the mesh or around the side. I try to go around so I don't disturb anything, and then I go down and I tie it onto the base. So you always want to tie it onto the base because it just is a lot more secure. You want to tie it tight, but you don't want it to squish any of your mesh. So if I were to shake it, it's not going to come off. That's what you're looking for. Okay, so we got one side. Let's do this side. So if you just push back your ruffles, it will nicely hide your wire, which I'm all about. Okay, where's the other wire? This is pretty much the time-consuming part is getting the sign on. Yeah, so this skillet just came from Walmart. It is just an electric skillet. There is nothing special about it. You can get them on Amazon too. You can actually get smaller ones on Amazon. Alright, so I'll do the same thing with this side. Okay. Once you get the sign taken care of, you've got the hard part done. Just want to make sure you're not squashing anything. Okay. Look at that. So cute. I really like this sign. This sign is adorable. Okay. I just put regular glue in it. I like the Gorilla Glue brand, but I'm going to tell you, I've used pretty much all of them in it, and they all work great. It's hot glue. I just put glue in it. You don't want to heat it up too much, maybe around 200, because if you do more than that, it's going to start smoking and scare you half to death. So just be warned that it will do that. Okay, so we'll make sure we haven't squashed anything here. Here we go. We got our sign in. It's so cute. I love this sign. Okay. Now, we've got that done. Now we can add some cute little stuff to it. Yeah, because you know how I know? Because I did that. And it about scared the crud out of me. And my husband thought I was burning the house down. That was not the best conversation, so. That's when he was questioning whether I should be doing my crafts up here. But we got past it. We figured it out. It wasn't hard to figure out. Alright, so we have a lot of green and a lot of red and a lot of black in this. Our sign has little snowflakes in it. So I have these adorable little snowflakes. See, these came from Sims. So this is how you buy things a lot at Sims. So it's like a dozen. You get like a dozen of them. And then we can just trim them off like that. What I like to do is make a little, whoop, I'll show you just a second. I'm going to make a little hook in my tie here. Alright. So these are perfect for gluing to, but you want to make sure that you have like a nice surface for it to glue to. So I think I'm going to put it where the black and white is. So on these ties, I'm going to make sure that I have them kind of, you see like that? So that there is a nice surface for them to glue to, like that. And then I'll just take this, dip it in my glue. Okay. And then just plop it right down in that nice little base I made for it. And just hold it there for a second. Okay, let's see if you can see it this way. Okay, so I just take my little snowflake, get it in the glue, and I'm just going to glue it right to where I put it. And I'm going to hold it there for a minute. Yeah, that's where I got mine from, Walmart. Is that better? Can y'all see better now? Alright, now this is what I want you to notice. Do you notice that my snowflakes are standing out like this? So by doing that, we've just added another dimension to the wreath. It's very simple things. Alright, let's do this one. Okay. So just right down here, glue it in, move my hand so you can see. There we go. And let's cut another one. Okay. And we'll put this one right up here. So you just want to make sure you're making good contact with that tie. So one of the reasons that these wreaths are so good is because these ties, can't see the sun. There, now you can see it. It's from my lights above. Okay, so there, you see? So that's what it looks like with the snowflakes. Now, so we could take a couple of these snowflakes and put them on the bottom, and then that'll give it even more dimension. You don't have to put as many. So like we'll do this one here so you can see. So remember, you have to bend them so you have a good base. Glue it up and just stick it right in there and hold it while it glues. Like that. The snowflakes came from Sims Pottery. Okay, let's see, we did one here. Let's do one here. There we go. So we have that nice little base and we're just gluing right to it. Thank you. Alright. So now we have these. We can just kind of glue them in on the bottom or on the top. Just depends on what you like. I'm going to tell you a little trick too. So if you're ever having trouble with your ribbon and it doesn't want to stay in place, get like a little ball. Get your ribbons in the place that you want them to be, like this, okay? And then glue your ball right in, kind of touching the ribbon a little bit, and it will hold them all in place. They are wholesalers. I don't know, did you see them anywhere else, Mari? If not, I could probably get some to put in my shop. Okay, so we can do that with green. Let's do it with red. And you're always going to have to refluff your ribbons because it's going to get smashed as you're moving things around. And so let's make our base. Get our glue on. And plop it in. There we go. So we put 2 on that side. Let's put 2 on this side. So when you're doing wreaths, a really good thing is to either use what I would call equals balance. So if you put it on that side, you want to put it on this side. So we put one there. There we go. Yeah, it does that. But if you, after you get done, all you do is go back and refluff them, and it'll work out fine. It's because I'm moving them around, and that's what it does. But once you get it, everything in place where you want it to be, then you can get your streamers to stay down like you want them to. Alright, let's see, where do we need to put our other one? Right here. And I like to add things to the bottom because it helps pull the eye to the bottom. It makes the wreath look bigger and gives it even more dimension. Okay. There we go. All right. I think we got it. Thank you. All right. Let's pull the camera back up. There we go. That might help a little bit. There we go. Can you see it? So you see the sides. You see the other side. Sides. So what do y'all think? You like it? Thank you. Good night. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.